What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unhinged and Undocumented. I am your host, the big man Jimbo, coming at you live with one half of the Twin Magic tonight, Mr. Rafe.
Hey-o.
And of course, our undocumented man himself, Mr. Cruz.
Alright, that's it. I'm leaving. That's fun.
I wish you would leave sometimes, but you keep finding your way back.
Before we get into it, whenever we were queuing up, whenever you did this, you know how bad I wanted to be like, I love you, Solo. You know how bad I wanted to do that right there. Oh my god.
I will say, before we start, I'm not going to go into it because it was a waste of our time, but I'm pretty sure Jimbo and I could put on a better boxing match than what we just watched.
Oh, 100%. We dude, 8 2-minute rounds? Rafe, we got this, bro.
Shit.
I mean, we can kick each other's ass for 16 minutes.
I mean, some wrestling moves.
Yeah, I mean, I might have to stop to, get hooked up to some oxygen for like 30 seconds. But we got this.
Let us know if y'all want to see that.
Yes, please do let us know. We'd be happy to put this on. Anyway, welcome back to Unhinged and Undocumented. We are a group of 3 tonight. Our other good man, Mr. Cody, is on a little bit of a vacation with his wife. Cody, if you're seeing, you suck and enjoy your vacation. We're going to get right into it today. Guys, I know we talked about it last week about Texas and Florida, but damn!
For real.
That is all I can say. Texas completely, they blew me away in dismantling Florida.
For real.
I wasn't expecting it to be that bad, honestly.
Yeah, I wasn't either. I was expecting this to be semi-close and then for Texas to break it out, but this game was over by halftime.
35-0 at half.
Yeah, I mean, as those of you we don't recall, Texas took on Florida last week at DKR, and the then number 5 Texas Longhorns completely dismantled the Florida Gators 49-17.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
This game was over by halftime with Quinn Ewers throwing 5 touchdown passes in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, to end the first half at 35-0, and then it was just smooth sailing from there.
It got out of hand very quickly.
Yeah,
it did. I mean, Rafe, as we've continuously talked about, and Cruz, I know we talk about bringing it up, Texas has one of the better defenses, not just in the SEC, but in the entire college football landscape right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little loose on the runs. I mean, they kind of let us get outside a couple times and whatnot, but their defensive backfield is just ball hogs. They don't let the deep plays happen. They don't let the little short screen passes on the inside get past the line of scrimmage. They're flying to the ball.
Yep.
I mean, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And some other big news coming out last week, and these two were a shocker that I don't think anybody saw. What I'm referring to is the University of Miami, the U, falling to Georgia Tech.
Bad.
I know that.
I did see that.
I mean, I know any given day and whatnot, but I did not see Georgia Tech beating Miami. And so this final score was 28-23. And I know some people might say, huh?
We have to acknowledge them.
Oh, we acknowledge them. And I know some people might say that, okay, 28-23, that was a game. No. Georgia Tech beat Miami. They not only beat them, they beat up on Miami.
That score did not do that game justice.
No, it did not. Georgia Tech's defense was just too much for Ward to handle. And there was a sack near the the beginning, the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, where he just got eaten from both sides.
Yep.
And it was like, whoa, who's this team? Anyway, and another shocker that took us by surprise. Number 16, then number 16, Ole Miss upset number 3, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Ole Miss, I think, is for real right now. I mean,
And to be honest with
I'm
you,
not.
that's
Yeah.
if Texas can win out, that honestly set them up to be in the SEC championship game.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, just the landscape totally changed after last week, like 100%. And after last week, they released the CFP poll and showed the new lineup for the college football playoff, moving Texas ahead in the rankings up to number 3 and giving them a first round bye. So I mean, that's big. That is really big. And what Rafe was referring to is currently Texas is sitting at 8-1 overall for the season and at 4-1 in the SEC conference right now. The only teams that are ahead of them are number 7 Tennessee at 5-1 and Texas A&M at 5-1 as well. But A&M has lost 2 conference games, so kind of puts Texas ahead. Wait, no, take that back. A&M's lost 1 conference game as of far. So, but Texas and A&M will lock up on November 30th. And honestly, Rev and Cruz, I really think that game is going to decide the SEC title game.
I agree.
Oh, absolutely.
And we got a big one this weekend as well. We got a big game this weekend, not just for us, but with implications for the SEC title game, as the Volunteers of Tennessee will travel to Georgia to take on the Bulldogs and whatnot. And if Tennessee can beat Georgia in Athens, that puts Tennessee in driver's seat for the SEC title game.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's wild right now in the SEC, and these last couple games are gonna shape the SEC title game and the final CFP picture for the national title.
You know what's crazy is they showed a graphic on ESPN the other day. I think it was actually on College Game Day that showed 5 of the top 6 predicted matchups have Texas in them.
Yeah, I saw that. I absolutely saw that. That's wild. And, it's crazy right now. I mean, like I am reserved to say I cannot place a bet on what's going to happen going into the last couple of weeks of football. I really can't.
I'll be honest
Especially
with you.
What's up?
I'll be honest with you. Like, looking back, 5-6 years ago when we had Charlie Strong and Tom Herman, I would have never pictured us being where we are today with Sarkisian as our coach.
Man, not at all. I mean, we talked about it at the beginning of the year and whatnot. And Cruz, I know you've heard us talk about it a lot. And I know you've weighed in on this a little bit as well. It's the word we've thrown around so much is the culture of Texas.
Yeah.
All right, Steve Sarkisian came in. This is his 3rd year and whatnot, and thus far he's had winning seasons. But last year was the defining season for him when he finally got Texas into the driver's seat. They won the Big 12 title. They got the invite for the Final Four teams to compete for the national title. Came up short against Washington, but overall a really good season. And this being our inaugural first year into the SEC, along with Oklahoma and whatnot. By the way, for everyone that said that Oklahoma was going to run the table and Texas was going to take a back seat, all of you can suck my giant wiener. Anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't get that on my head. I'm still petty as shit about that because I'm still very not okay with that because every sports analyst in America, including Stephen A. Smith, said that you don't see Texas as an SEC conference team. They're not that type of school. They're not that kind of culture. You can see Oklahoma being that team, but not Texas. Stephen A. Smith, go suck a dick. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
And the same people that are saying that don't realize that our head coach was under the SEC for a long time.
Oh, 100%.
So,
and not just that, I'm glad you brought that up. He arguably coached. He coached under arguably one of the greatest, if not arguably the greatest football coach of all time in Nick Saban.
Yep.
Say what you want about Nick Saban. Hate him or like him, it doesn't matter. Coach Nick Saban was one of, if not arguably, the greatest football coach of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why I say that? This right here. You know what this is? 7 national titles.
Yep.
Okay? 1 with LSU, 6 with Alabama.
Hmm.
The only person that rivals him is the late Bear Bryant. That's it. And our head coach of Texas, Steve Sarkisian, learned from him, coached under him for so long. And then he came to Texas, and he brought that with him.
Mm-hmm.
An offensive guru changed the culture completely at Texas into what we are now.
Mm-hmm.
We are tooth and nail at the top of the SEC right now, with Tennessee, with A&M, with Georgia, with Alabama.
So,
And it's interesting what you said. You think about this 5 to 6 years ago, we would never be in this position.
Nope. And that's another thing too, is you mentioned the offense, the creativeness that he's brought with the offense. Like, did you? I watched this play over and over again because it boggled my mind.
Oh, the flip-flop play.
Yeah, it was a triple fake option sweep to the right with Isaiah Bond.
That was crazy.
I was like, what is going on right now?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I got lost where the ball went. I thought he handed it off, and then I saw it, and then I saw it again. I was like, okay, where's the fucking ball? Hey, props to that cameraman, though, because he stuck with the play the whole way. But anyway, so moving on, we got some good games going on this weekend. We're gonna go ahead and jump into our picks. So this was Rafe, were you able to update our college picks as of now? Let me take a look. Let's see what we're looking at.
He's going to be behind because he wasn't here last week, and he's going to be even more behind because he's not here this week. So,
okay. Oh my God! Look at that! I put a little bit of distance. Well, no, never mind. I take that back. Leading the way as Styles me with 81 and 33, followed by Cruz at 80 and 34, Rafe at 77 and 37. And Cody, of course, lackluster, 65 and 30. But man, I'm trying to maintain my first place positioning right now, but our resident undocumented man won't seem to stay off my back.
Bro, I'm just trying to be like you, man. I'm just full sharking you guys with this. I'm knowing everything about football. I've just been playing along.
I know, right? All right. Well, let's talk about some games going on this week. We're going to go kick it off with number 3 Texas traveling to Arkansas to take on the Razorbacks. Now, this is a good one because a lot of people seem to forget this is a rivalry renewed. Because Arkansas hates Texas, and Texas hates Arkansas. Mm-hmm. So this is a rivalry that dates back since before most of us were born, and this dates back to our parents' time. And like I said, Arkansas, they hate Texas. Texas hates Arkansas. We're together in the SEC again. This game will have some implications for us. Should we win? And should we lose, it'll make things a little bit more difficult. But anyway, so 3 Texas against Arkansas. Arkansas is no slouch, but we proved a point last week. QB1 Quinn Ewers got back on track last week. And I think he's going to take that into this game as well. Now, make no mistake, like I said, Arkansas is no slouch. But I'm going to say Texas takes this one by 17 points.
Okay. Yeah, Arkansas is not anybody to sleep on. I mean, they completely derailed Texas season. I think it was like 2 years ago. Because after they lost to Arkansas, they just completely fell apart.
Yeah.
But so Arkansas is definitely not a team to sleep on. But
no,
Texas, they're just, until they show me otherwise. I mean, they're just dominant on both sides of the ball. So,
yeah, you gotta ride with them.
I mean, I'm gonna go Texas by 21.
Ooh, big numbers. Cruz, what you got?
I'll say You know what? Based on the way you guys have explained it, I feel like this might be a pretty close one. Might be a bit of a squeaker. So I'll say Texas by a touchdown.
Ooh, okay. And put a little back on this. Arkansas. When we say Arkansas is no slouch, keep in mind here, Arkansas is the only team to beat the team that is leading the SEC right now, and that's Tennessee. So they are no team to sleep on. And I hope Sark's got them ready and does not sleep on them. Moving on, we got number 2, Ohio State taking on Northwestern. So Ohio, so you remember how we were talking about Purdue likes to play spoiler sometimes, and well, I mean, like I said, any given Saturday, well, that wasn't the case last week.
They didn't even score a point.
Oh my god!
Ohio State beat the brakes off Purdue 45-0. So
It was awful.
It was.
We got Ohio State taking on Northwestern. Northwestern stands no chance. I will take Ohio State by 4 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ohio State by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Ohio State by 3.
Alrighty, moving on. We got Utah. We got a Big 12 matchup. We got Utah taking 17 Colorado.
Let's go Utah.
Dang, call it early.
I would like to say go Utah because for those of you that didn't catch it last week, BYU just barely squeaked by Utah last week. And BYU is leading the Big 12. It's fair to say that BYU should have lost that game last week. Yeah. But, oh, man. Like any given Saturday, but I gotta have to this one by 7 points.
I'm gonna go with Utah by 3.
Oh, is this your upset pick of the week?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Utah by.
Okay, let's go. I hope you get this win. I really do.
Who is it? Utah and who?
Utah and Colorado.
I'll take Colorado by 2 touchdowns.
Colorado by 2 touchdowns. That's what's up. Moving on, we got Pitt taking on Clemson. Clemson was a little last week. I picked them to wait. Was that last? No, never mind. Scratch that. That week before. My bad. My apologies. That was the week before. Clemson and Pitt. They both are competing for that team. They're both in a hot race for that conference's title game. They both have the same record. Pitt's no slouch. But I'd say Dabo's got the team dialed in on this one, so I'll take Clemson by 10 points.
I'm going to flip. I'm going to say Pitt by a touchdown.
Well, I hope you're wrong.
Your face is wrong.
Oh, got him.
Gosh, sweet burn.
I'll take Clemson by a touchdown.
Alrighty. Moving on, we've got Navy taking. Dude, you know what that Tulane is ranked number 25 in the country?
I saw that.
When did that happen?
When did those teams start getting good at football?
That's what I want to know. That is what I really want to know.
It's like Texas leaves the Big 12 and the whole fucking college football goes in shambles.
Right? What happened there? Anyway, so I'm going to. Navy's kind of fallen off a little bit after having a great start to the season. They've fallen 7-2. You know what? Hang on. I want to look at something really fast before I make my pick here. No.
Beep, boop, beep, bop.
You know what? Fuck it. Why not? This isn't gonna be my upset pick of the week.
The who?
Nate. They're gonna be Tulane. Awesome. Touchdown. Wait, touchdown. Go Seaman.
Oh, ew.
That's just nasty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Navy. I'll say Navy by 10.
Okay.
Navy by 10.
Awesome, boy, awesome. All right, moving on. We've got Mercer taking on Alabama. Although, get this though. You ready for this? Mercer has a better record than Alabama. Mercer is. I'm sure you're wondering. I'm saying wondering. Who the heck is Mercer? Chris, while we're talking about this, if you could look up on something of yours and find out where Mercer is for me. Alabama is currently sitting at 7-2. Okay, and Mercer is sitting at 9-1. A college I've never even heard of has a better record than Alabama does.
Are they ranked or no?
No, Alabama?
No, Mercer.
Oh, Mercer. No, Mercer's not ranked. I don't even know where Mercer is. I don't even know what the hell Mercer is.
It's like the Texas Bible Study School for the deaf.
They're located in Macon, Georgia.
Okay.
The Mercer Bears.
Oh, they're Bears.
Bears.
Not Bears. Oh, man. So the matchup predictor has Alabama winning this by 99%.
Holy crap.
They're giving a 1% chance for victory.
Oh
That's
my God.
terrible.
I'll give Alabama the win by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'll say Alabama by 4. That's not even close.
Alabama by 3 touchdowns, but I'm gonna laugh if Mercer somehow, some way,
Dude, imagine
pulls off a shocker of a win.
Oh my God, for Phil.
They would definitely be ranked after that.
We got number 4 Penn State taking on Purdue. Never again will Purdue disappoint me. Penn State, 3 touchdowns.
Penn State by 10.
Penn State by 2 touchdowns.
Damn. Taylor Maker. Moving on, we got number 8, Notre Dame taking on Virginia. Man, I hate Notre Dame so much. They just suck. For some reason, the entire freaking college thinks they're great. So, I'll take Notre Dame by 10 points over Virginia.
Notre Dame by 14.
Notre Dame by 10.
All right. Moving on, we got Boston College taking on SMU, the Mustangs. Well, they don't really have anything to worry about here. I'll take SMU over Boston College by 14 points.
Over
SMU
Boston.
by 21.
Mm-hmm.
SMU by 2 touchdowns.
Awesome. We got number 19, Louisville, taking on the Stanford Trees. And I know that's not what they're called, but their mascot's a giant tree.
That is their mascot, yep. It's a giant tree. It's pretty funny.
I will take Louisville for the win in this one by points.
Louisville by 17.
Okay.
Louisville by 10 points.
Moving on, we got number 22, LSU, taking Florida Gators. LSU is red hot after losing last week to Alabama the way that they did. So I'm reckoning they're going to take out their frustration on Florida and 21-point win.
I'm going to go LSU by 14.
Okay.
LSU by 14.
All right, moving on. We've got number 23, Missouri, taking number 21, South Carolina, the Gamecocks. I don't know why. I just like saying that name. The Gamecocks.
I don't
It's
know.
like the most
Please
random
do
name
not
ever.
explain why you like that name.
Sir, this is a PG-13 show. South Carolina is looking a little pretty impressive down the stretch. I mean, they lost to Alabama in a really, really close game, but then they knocked off Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Vanderbilt. So,
what rating did you say this show was?
PG-13.
It doesn't matter what ratings you said this show was.
Shut up.
Listen to him.
Bro, so stupid.
I think this will be a good game. I think this will be a really close scoring game. But I'll give Missouri the nod by a late field goal.
I go Missouri by 6.
Missouri by a touchdown.
All right, moving on. We got number 13, Boise State taking on San Jose State. From what I've been seeing in predictions for the up and coming draft, Mr. Ashton Jeanty, the soon to be Dallas Cowboys running back.
Please.
For real.
For God's sake, please.
For real.
Boise State taking the top off of San Jose State.
Yep, I'm going Boise by 21. GT going run for another 203 TDs.
Yeah, I mean, this dude. Cruz, what's your pick?
Boise by 21 points.
I mean, this dude Ashton Jeanty, dude, he's padding his stats, man. Mm-hmm. This guy's got 224 carries for 1,734 yards and 23 touchdowns already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they've still got 3 games to go. This guy's got that's
not even counting his receiving yards.
Yeah, that's not even counting his receiving yards. But the fact is that this guy's got a chance to eclipse 2,000 yards before the season's end.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, we got Arizona State taking on. Hey, Kansas State was a little bit upset last week after a surprising loss. I think we all picked Kansas State to win last week, too.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they were upset. Yeah, they were upset last week by Houston. Didn't see that one coming.
I actually watched that game, or the end of it.
Yeah, that was wild. I did not see that one coming. But I think Kansas will get it back on track this week, and I'll take them over the Arizona State Sun Devils by 2 touchdowns.
K-State by 10 points.
Yep.
K-State by a touchdown.
Right, moving on, we got number 1 Oregon. A battered Wisconsin team. This is just another chance for Oregon to flex their muscles and show, that they are, ducks. So I'll take Oregon by 21 points over Wisconsin.
Oregon by 17 points.
Oregon by 2 touchdowns.
All right, and this is the big SEC matchup this week, where College Game Day will be tomorrow morning in Athens, Georgia, for a matchup between SEC rivals, or not rivals, but, a tight race between number 7 Tennessee and number 12 Georgia. Georgia was upset last week, and Tennessee is riding a hot train, man. I tell you, this race, like we talked about, these last couple of weeks are going to imply how the SEC picture is going to shape up at season's end, and how CFP picture is going to break down. So I am going to take Tennessee for the win over Georgia and just completely drop it out of the SEC picture. So I will take Tennessee by 10 points.
This one's a hard one for me, to be honest, because I feel like Georgia knows that they have to win this game or they're going to be out of the picture.
Oh, 100%. If Georgia doesn't win this game, their chances for the SEC title game are gone. Yep. Their chances for the CFP pick are gone.
Yeah.
They are basically fighting for their lives in this game.
Look, I don't know who to pick, to be honest. You know what? I think I'm going to go Tennessee as well, just because I feel like they want to play spoiler. They want to be the person to kick Georgia out, because Georgia's been running the SEC for the last few years. Yeah.
No.
And hold on, Christian, before you make your pick, Rick, you know what would be interesting? If Tennessee wins this year, Tennessee will have knocked off both Alabama and Georgia in the same year. The two of the top dogs in the SEC over the past 5 years. If Tennessee upsets Georgia, they will have knocked off both of them this year.
Yep.
This is a crazy year. Cruz, who's your pick?
I'll say Tennessee by a touchdown.
This is gonna be crazy, dude. Because I mean, Georgia's there. They're sitting in the coffin. The nails being placed there. I mean, Tennessee is the hammer. All that matters now is, are they gonna nail the coffin shut, or are they gonna miss the opportunity?
Are they gonna smash their thumb?
Yeah, it's a great analogy. Moving on, we got number 15, Texas, New Mexico State. I will take New Mexico State by 3 touchdowns.
I would go New Mexico State by 10 points.
New Mexico State by 2 touchdowns.
You don't like what I got to say? Come on and argue with me. You don't like it? Come and talk with the mouse. I will happily fight with you. Moving on, we got number 18, Washington State. Go. I will take Washington State by 10 points.
Washington State and who?
New Mexico.
Washington State by 14.
Washington State by 2 touchdowns.
Oh, that was good. And to wrap up the week, we got number 6 Big 12 a 12 header. We got number 6 BYU taking on the Jayhawks of Kansas. Now, this is interesting. This is very interesting because, as I've said it multiple times already, any given day, okay, Iowa State, okay, was in the was one of the teams in the running for the Big 12 right now, or were. I don't know if they still are anymore. Yeah. As I'm saying this, last week, and I think we all picked Iowa State to win. Iowa State lost last week to Kansas, to the Jayhawks.
They got demolished too.
Yeah, which actually dropped Iowa State down underneath Colorado. So right now the top 2 are BYU in the Big 12 are BYU and Colorado. That was a serious blow in that loss to Kansas. As I've said, any given Sunday or any given day, okay? So with that being said, BYU barely scraped one out. Call me crazy, call me what you will. Ladies and gentlemen, my upset pick of the week. I got the Kansas Jayhawks knocking off BYU by a late touchdown.
Damn.
I'm going there.
I'm going with the favorites. I'm gonna go BYU by 14 points.
Man, whatever. That's why you like men.
BYU and Kansas, you said?
Yes.
You know what? I'll pick the underdogs. I'll go Kansas by 10 points.
Okay. Good deal. That's going to wrap it up for the college football talk this week, you guys. Texas, Arkansas, 11 a.m. tomorrow. Hook 'em horns. I won't see the game until after I get off work tomorrow. So please, no spoilers, gentlemen.
10-4 rubber ducky.
All right.
Moving on, we're going to talk about a little NFL, which means, we unfortunately have to talk about the Cowboys. Yeah, hang your head low.
Get them tissues ready, everybody. Get them tissues ready.
I hang my fucking head low, man.
Oh, God.
So, that's what we want to talk about here. We are avid Dallas Cowboys fans. In the good. and then just the fucking horror times. Because let's be honest, that's what these are right now.
Yeah.
They got demolished by the Eagles and by Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, man.
Saquon was 0-10 before this week against Dallas. That was his first win against Dallas ever.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say is that we held yards rushing. I mean, and that's that's something to talk about.
Yeah, I will say too that with Micah being back, it allowed Overshown to show more of his pass rushing side, and he got 2 sacks and looked really good.
Yes, he did. And unfortunately, he went down with a little bit of an injury. I haven't seen or heard anything too much about it, so I think it was just precaution to keep him out the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, Dak's out for the season, blah, blah, blah.
Cowboys. Rick, go ahead. You can take that one.
Dak has they were going back and forth whether they were going to put him on IR or not, but they finally decided a few days ago. He has to have surgery for his hamstring was torn off the bone.
Ooh.
So, I don't know why they waited so long. He's like, I need a second opinion. It's torn off the bone, dumbass.
Yeah, for real.
It's not like you're going to come back and save the season anyway.
Come on.
But anyway, so that happened. And then we move on to our game this week, which is against the Houston Texans at AT&T Stadium, where Jerry Jones will not put curtains up where the sun's in everybody's eyes.
We'll get to that. Let's go ahead and get our picks in for this week. If you got our pick counter?
Sure do.
Let's take a look and see what we're working with right now. As it stands at the moment, no! Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put on myself for a minute. Right. As it stands, you got me, of course, leading the way at 58-39, followed closely by our undocumented man, Mr. Cruz, at 47-40, and you got
bastard.
Heck yeah, bro.
Rave bringing it close at 54-43, and Cody rounding out the ass end of the train at 45-37.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Anyway, with that being said, let's talk about your picks for next week's guys. So, we all saw what the Eagles did to the Commanders last night. Anyway, Saquon decided to get hot at the end of the game. Whatever.
Thank you, Saquon. Thank you.
Shut up, Cruz. Alright, so to start things off this week, we got the Ravens heading up to the Steel City to take on the Steelers. Rafe, you gave the win to the Steelers last week. Boy, howdy, was I wrong. But
dude, Russell Wilson's firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, he is. I'll give him that. He's looking some old, but I don't think he's ready for the Ravens. And I don't think they're ready for Derrick Henry either. So I'm going to take the Ravens in this one by 10.
I'm going to go Steelers by a close field goal.
You're taking the Steelers again?
Watch him be right again, though.
Yeah, I know. Right? Watch him get the dive again.
Until I see Russell Wilson on a downhill. Russell Wilson's always been one of my favorite quarterbacks. And to see him playing at the level he's playing right now, and with, Pickens coming on as strong as he has and playing so well with Najee Harris and everybody else playing decent.
Fair enough.
And it's a division game, so you never know. Them two always play close.
That's true. Who's you got?
Ravens by a touchdown.
Awesome. Moving on, we got the red hot Detroit Lions, gentlemen. taking on the Jaguars. Man, Detroit is on another level, man. Uh, I picked them to beat the Texans last week. It looked a little scarce there in the beginning, but Detroit, man, that defense and Dan Campbell are just resilient.
Yeah.
And they ended up coming back from being down by what? I think the most was 21 points?
I think so. Something like
that. Yeah, and able to rally back to get the dub. In Houston, I might add.
Yeah.
This one's an easy one. I'm going to take the Lions. They're going to just tear the Jaguars in year one. I'll take the Lions by 21 points.
Lions by 17.
Lions by 21.
Awesome. Moving on, we got the Rams heading up north to take on the Patriots. The Rams had a little bit of a didn't look too hot last week, but the Patriots, on the other hand, they looked all right. They got upset of the Bears and whatnot, as I predicted that they would. But I'll take the Rams to win this one by 10 points.
Just so you know, you didn't predict they would. You picked the Bears last week.
Shut the fuck up.
I went through the picks earlier today, and I was like, "You picked the Bears? What is wrong with him?"
Shut up.
I'm gonna go Patriots. I'm gonna go Patriots again by 10 points.
Okay.
Dude, he picked the Bears because he always wants to fight a bear. It's a dream.
I just want a bear.
It's the Pats and who?
The Rams.
The Rams? Okay. I'll pick the Rams by a touchdown.
All right, moving on. We got the Saints taking on the Browns this week. The Saints were able to pull off some magic last week. And but they'll tell you they'll be heading to take on the Browns and whatnot against Jameis Winston in his return to New Orleans. I'll take the Saints in this one. I reckon this one will be high scoring, but I'll take the Saints by 10.
I go Saints by 14.
Saints by 10.
Awesome. Moving on, we got the Indianapolis Colts heading up north to take on Old Man Rodgers and the Jets. There's just some dysfunction going on in both of these teams. The notice I read is that the Colts are going back to Anthony Richardson. Aaron Rodgers is almost positive he's going to play again next year.
He's not tired anymore. He's not tired anymore.
This is as we like to say, some real fucker. I'll take the Jets to win. I give the win to Old Man Rodgers by 10.
I'm gonna go Colts by 10. Rodgers and that whole team is just in shambles this year. They're not any good.
No
doubt. Colts by 10.
Good deal. Moving on, we got the Vikings heading up to Nashville to take on the Titans. I still believe in Andy Darnold. I don't care what Sam Darnold. Sorry. I'm still believing Sam Darnold. I don't give a shit what he says. They haven't looked the greatest over the past couple of weeks and whatnot, but they're still sitting pretty at 7-2. The Titans are just miserable this year. I don't see anything good happening for that team the rest of the way. So I believe in Sam Darnold. I'm going to take the Vikings by 14 points.
Vikings by 10.
Vikings by 10.
Moving on, we got the Raiders taking on the Dolphins, another two teams just complete disarray. Did anybody catch last week where Tua threw a pick and went to stop the guy and led with his head and his shoulder?
Yes, and that guy just kneed him in the head. I saw that. Dude, that was scary. That dude's unintentionally asking for another concussion. I swear.
I was just like, didn't you just come back from something similar to this.
Yeah. And you decided not to wear the Guardian cap, and now here you are taking another headshot.
For real. Again, two teams that are just complete disarray. I'll take the Dolphins to win this one only because I think the Raiders have more problems. So I'll take the Dolphins by 10 points.
I'll go Raiders by 7.
Dolphins by 7.
Moving on, we got the Packers taking on Bears. There's been a lot of talk about benching Williams for the rest of the year and whatnot, or not for the rest of the year, but definitely about benching him because of his troubles. I mean, I don't know what to make of the Bears, man. I mean, I've been telling people since before he came out of college that Caleb Williams isn't the answer. But I mean, whatever. Do what now?
He was cocky for no reason.
100%. I'll take the Packers to win this one. I'll take the.
I'll go Packers by a touchdown just because the Bears' defense is decent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Packers by a touchdown.
Awesome. Moving on, we got the Falcons heading up to Colorado. Broncos. You know, I still believe in Bo Nix. I really do. And, you know, I still believe in Bo Nix. I really, really do. And truth be told, they should have won that game last week. They should have handed the Chiefs their first loss of the season. But, you know, things happen any given Sunday. But I still believe in Bo Nix, and I'm going to say the Falcons a loss. I'm going to say the Broncos win by 10 points.
You said Broncos and Falcons?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Falcons by a touchdown.
Okay.
Broncos. Broncos by 10.
All right, moving on. We got the home of the 12th man, the Seahawks, taking on the 49ers. I know I got this one last week. It was a close one. I know I got this one right. These are two teams that are basically fighting to try to keep somewhat of a playoff hope alive or stay in the hunt. But you know, I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one. The 49ers are dealing with a lot of injuries. You know, Geno Smith is still, you know, he's making yardage. Just if their defense could do more to help.
Yeah.
So I'll take the Seahawks by 10 points.
Yeah, I'm going to go Seahawks as well. I'll go Seahawks by a touchdown.
Okay.
Seahawks by a touchdown.
Moving on, we got the Kansas City Chiefs heading up to Buffalo to take on the Bills. I believe in Josh Allen. I believe in the Bills, and I believe that the Bills are going to hand the Chiefs the first loss of the season this year. I reckon this one is going to be somewhere between 20 and 30. Both points on both sides, but I think the Bills will get the late score for the win. I will take the Bills by a touchdown win.
I'll go Bills by a field goal.
Bills by a touchdown.
Moving on, we got the Bengals and Joe Burrow, a.k.a. Carson Wentz, taking on the Chargers, who have actually looked pretty decent so far this year. I'm going to take the Chargers to upset the Bengals by 10 points.
I'm going to go Chargers by a touchdown.
Yeah.
Chargers by 10 points.
I mean, Justin Herbert, man, he's playing really good football. He's playing really good football. Despite the fact they lost Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, and Keenan Allen, the fact that they lost all of them, He's just playing really good football.
Mhm.
And then to round it up, to wrap
and
things up,
also,
we got what's up?
I was just saying they also confirmed that Gus Edwards is coming back this week as well. So now they have their 1-2 punch at running back.
Dun, 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 dun. And to wrap things up, we got Monday Night Football, in-state rivalry. We got the in-state rivalry and the in-state battle. It happens once every 4 years. We got the Cowboys taking on the Houston Texans in Arlington, right up away from Rafe's home. Rafe, you talk about this. I don't want to talk about this.
Oh my god.
I don't want to either, to be honest.
All right, Claire's talk about this.
Are we gonna bring up the curtain situation, or because apparently the Sun played an issue in the last game, which is so ridiculous. God, that press conference was painful to watch.
Okay.
By the way, I wanted to point out before we get into it, they didn't put curtains up there, but a fan posted a clip on TikTok that they put curtains up for the Jake Paul Tyson pay-per-view tonight.
So,
like, bro, you put curtains up for that, but not for the game. Jesus.
I was listening to the radio yesterday, and do y'all know the reason why the stadium was built the direction it was?
I think I remember hearing about it. Go ahead.
So most stadiums are built east to west to avoid the sun coming in.
The sun. Yeah.
He built it north to south because he decided that it would make more parking space.
Yeah, it would make more parking space. Yes, I remember that. Yep, I saw it a couple days ago. Bro, he's stupid, bro. I like this counter.
And when somebody asked him about putting the curtains on, he said, well, what do you want me to do? Build a new stadium?
Just destroy the stadium and build a new one? Bro, he had dying during that. Bro, I died during that thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. This guy's officially lost his mind. As if it couldn't get any more of a joke, man.
They say that. No, go ahead, Rafe. Go ahead.
The only thing I'm hoping to see out of this game, don't get me wrong, I'll be honest with you, I want to lose because I want Ashton JT as our running back next year.
For real.
But I want to see more flashes from Overshown. I want Micah to show that he's still got it and he's not all talk. Mm-hmm. And I also want to see if Deron Bland comes back, if he's still that top tier corner that he was the last few years.
Yeah.
But I have zero hope for the offense. So I don't expect this. And Mike McCarthy came out today, I think, or yesterday, saying that they need to use Rico Dowdle more and give him the ball more because he needs to be the workhorse of this offense.
Jimbo, thoughts? It's physically hurting him, right?
You have no idea. You have no idea how much this physically hurts because I am a Dallas Cowboys fan through and through. But I mean, this
it's a joke, man. It's a straight up joke of a season this year.
The fucking curtains, the destroying the stadium.
It's so
I'm
funny.
the talent to win. We trust our coaching staff. It's all just a goddamn joke. I'm so distraught. I'm so embarrassed. I mean, like, the fact that people know I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, just like, it hurts. It hurts a lot.
Oh, God.
But I'm going to tell you something right now that you're probably going to... I bet my boss two drinks the next time we go out. 2 rounds the next time we go out that Dallas upsets Houston this coming Monday.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
You better pull out your pocketbook, buddy.
You better get that plastic ready, dude. Bro, oh my God.
Go ahead and open that tab.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Jesus.
In theory, I would say that Dallas has a chance of winning because the 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 Texans' passing game has not been there. The Texans' blocking game for C.J. Stroud has not been there. The Texans' defense hasn't been that great this year as everybody thought they were going to be.
Mhm.
So, in theory, I would say Dallas has half a chance to win this game. Now, literally, and outside of a theory, okay, we can't stop the run game. We can't defend against the long ball.
Nope.
Even if we do chase C.J. Stroud out of the pocket, we can't get down a running quarterback to save our lives.
Yeah.
So, I would love to see Dallas win.
Here we
In
go.
theory, I would say Dallas wins this by 10 points.
Mhm.
But we live in the real world, and so I will unfortunately say, give me Dallas to break all of your fucking hearts. My team, and I am Houston over Dallas. I don't care. I don't care how much we suck. I will never pick Houston over my beloved Cowboys. Give me Dallas by 10 points to beat Houston and remind everybody in this state who rules this state.
The sun.
Give me the Cowboys by 10 points.
You know what? I'm gonna go bold with you. I'm gonna say Cowboys win on a 60-yard Brandon Aubrey field goal.
That would be some money. That would be some money points for me.
That's right. You show that son who's boss. You know what? I'll go crazy. I'll pick Dallas. It's not by much. I'll say a field goal. But god dang, bro, if this game goes the other way, I can't wait to hear the post game comments about why they lost to Houston.
No, we're not getting into that. It'll be nighttime.
Oh my god, the moon was in our eye.
Oh, did y'all hear that in the interview? I just wanted to mention that. He said, oh, we know where the sun's gonna be. What about the sun?
Dude,
Where's the sun?
dude.
Where's the moon?
Bro, he killed me. That was probably the funniest
What do
interview
you
I
mean,
ever
where's
saw.
the moon? What does that have to do with what?
Dude, oh my god. Jerry
Dallas
Jones officially
Cowboys.
lost his mind. It's finally happening.
Cowboys fans right now walking out of the stadium.
Yeah. Hide your shame. Oh my god.
What really sucks is I have a Cowboys logo on everything I own. My cup, my wallet, my fucking hats, my watch.
My jerseys, my shirts, my shorts, my phone cases, my bottles.
I'm about to just start wearing this logo everywhere I go.
Might as well.
We're gonna strap on my helmet and wear it everywhere. Anyway, well, that's gonna shift us away for this week. Join us again next week for our picks. We're gonna shift into some wrestling talk. So, Cruz, give us the rundown for Monday Night.
Yeah, we'll shift into something less painful that doesn't involve the sun. Let me pull up my notes here. Alrighty. No, didn't mean to open that page. Nope. Come on, phone, work with me.
Cruz, don't open that on stream. That's gross.
I know, right? I'm trying
Well,
don't ruin the illusion. Don't ruin the
that's when you get canceled.
Oh god. So pretty slow week for wrestling, honestly. As we still keep building towards Survivor Series. I will say SmackDown probably had the better show this week.
The ending. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, the ending, which we will get into here in a minute. So like probably the one big highlight coming from Raw is Rafe. We got to talk about that Gunther Priest promo.
Oh my goodness! Hey,
Yeah,
Priest roasted him. Priest
that is
roasted
probably the
him.
first time I've ever seen Gunther speechless. That dude did not have a comeback. That dude did not have a comeback. And Priest laying out Rafe's favorite weasel of all time, Ludwig Kaiser, was pretty sweet.
Fucking bitch.
Hey, say what you want. He gets to go home with Tiffany Stratton. We're all
Yeah,
little.
dude.
Gets
I
to
know,
or
for
has
real.
to?
Gets
to or has to?
both, if anything.
Both.
Yeah,
So you
both.
you seen the legs on that woman? You're telling me you were fine?
All right, bro. It's always Tiffy time in that house. It's always Tiffy time in that place. Bro. Joke of the night, right there.
That man just said it's always Tiffy time in that
Always Tiffy time in that
house.
house, bro. It's always Tiffy time. Dude, you don't care. You don't care.
Let's go.
We actually did have a God, that's the joke of the night right there. We did actually have a return last night. We had last night on Raw. We had Dakota Kai coming back to team with Io Sky and Kairi Sane to take on our favorite team of all time, Pure Fusion Collective. Damage Control picking up the win. We had more tension between Kofi and Xavier Woods as Kofi took on Pete Dunne. Xavier tried to help, took out Dunne with the clothesline, tried to help Kofi get the win. Unfortunately, no. Pete Dunne picked up the win. Please, Big E, come back soon and help these guys.
Things are imploding.
Help these guys.
Our truth said you have to be careful with Butch or Pete Dunne.
Oh my God, Pete Dunne, because there's
Pete. You see Butch?
You see Butch, bro? He's killing me with that. We had a brawl between Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins, which will kind of play into what happened on SmackDown tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Jimbo said he had a theory about that, which we'll get into here in a little bit.
Oh, yes, I do!
We had Damian Priest take on Ludwig Kaiser for the altercation they had. Priest picking up the win. We had an interesting segment involving the Bloodline, which I completely almost forgot about. So we had Rafe, we had Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy, right? And they were trying to find a fifth man. So they all kind of went their separate ways and tried to ask people. We saw Jay. Oh, we didn't hear what they were talking about. We saw Jay talking to Ray.
And Ray was like,
yeah, in the background, Ray was like, no. We saw Sammy talking to Seth Rollins, which was a very interesting interaction. Seth saying no, he would never after what happened, after everything he put, not only Rollins, but just the roster. And then we saw Jimmy talking to Braun Breaker. He didn't hint at talking about being on the team, but I kind of feel like that's what they're kind of hinting at, if anything.
Yeah.
We saw Karrion Kross and The Miz almost get into it in the ring, and the White Six came out. We thought to save The Miz, but The Miz attacked I believe it was Eric Rowan with the chair, and Final Testament laid out the White Six. And then of course we had what's his name, Bo Dallas with this creepy laugh. And I did not sleep that night, I will tell you that right now.
Makes two of us.
That happened. I told Cruz, I was like, nightmares.
Yeah, right. And then Jimbo's probably going to want to take his headphones out for this one, because the main event was a tag team title match between Bianca Belair. All right, and there it goes. Okay, we'll give you the thumbs up. We'll give you a thumbs up when we're done. Yeah. All right, cool. We had so Rafe, we saw Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defending against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, which I will say was honestly a pretty good match. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. We had Belair and Cargill retain over over Raquel and Liv.
My apologies.
But yeah, no, you're good. That was it. That was the main. But yeah, that was it for Raw. But yeah, like I said, not much to going on except for the Gunther Priest promo and Dakota Kai.
Bro, that Gunther Priest promo,
that promo.
was...
Oh my god! If you anybody watching, if you haven't seen it, please, for the love of God, go watch it.
I would tell you honestly, that alone to me gives like Priest a push towards having a title back.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, and they did confirm the match. It will be at Survivor Series.
Oh yeah,
the title match will be at Survivor Series. Yep. Moving on, we got the NXT. We had a title match, and then we started filling out the field for the deadline. I believe, yep. Sol Ruka was the first one to qualify for women, defeating Cora Jade. Which I was actually genuinely surprised that Sol Ruka won the match. I legitimately thought it was going to be that,
I did too.
beat her.
But that Soul Snatcher was nasty.
That Soul Snatcher was the best, man. I really thought Cora Jade was going to win because they've been building her to potentially be the one to take the title off Roxanne for a good while now. And I know she went down with a couple injuries over time, but I really thought this was going to be the moment they gave it to, which is a bit of a shocker, but I'm very curious to see where they go with this. We had oh god, who's next? Wesley qualifying or the first qualifier for the men's, defeating Cedric Alexander. Then we had a promo between Trick Williams, Andre Chase, and Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland demanding a title match because he was the one that pinned Trick Williams last week on NXT. Andre Chase said he wanted one more match against Ridge Holland, and said he'd put up Chase U and just try to get one more match out of him. Trick offered the idea, so I believe it's for next week. It'll be Ridge Holland and Andre Chase, number one contenders match, and the winner will face Trick Williams at Deadline. And then we had no, I think that was it, really. Oh, we had one more qualifying match for the men. We had Javon Evans King. Javon Evans getting a pretty huge win over Alexis King to qualify. I enjoyed the match. I would have been fine either way, honestly, if I won qualifying. But
I will say that Javon Evans has come on really strong as of late, and he's very entertaining.
Oh, absolutely, bro. He's gonna kill it in the Iron Survivor Challenge.
That boy's bouncy.
For real. Then we had the main event. We had Fallon Henley defending the Women's North American Championship against the former champion, Kalani Jordan. Henley retained over Jordan by, I think, one clean. No, we had shenanigans from Fatal Influence.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, with all the goofy stuff on the wall. But yeah, that was it for NXT. And now we move on to SmackDown that had so much going on. We had so much going on. But before we get into the meatier stuff, there's one specific thing I wanted to talk about, and I think Rafe had mentioned it too. So we had LA Knight and Alberto Del Rio in the ring. They had a match. LA Knight won. And then we had the shocking return.
Whoa. You just said Alberto Del Rio.
My bad. Sorry, because it says
Umberto.
Umberto. Yeah, because that's what I got.
But I'm just like, whoa.
Because it says I pulled it up and it says Berto for the name. And
yeah, they
so
call
in my
him
head, I was like,
Berto. I don't know why they.
Yeah. I know their name changed for these guys, I guess.
Right.
Dude, they gotta stop with these name changes. Anyway, LA Knight won, and then we had the shocking return of Shinsuke Nakamura, and I legitimately wondered a couple days ago what happened to this dude. But he came back and he blindsided LA Knight with the Kinshasa. Gentlemen, thoughts?
Me and my fiance Megan were talking. She said, "What happened to that Chinese guy?" I was like, "Who?" She goes, the really weird one with the violin music. I was like, oh, Shinsuke Nakamura. She's like, yeah, where's he been? I was like, he's probably taking a break. They probably don't have anything for him like creatively right now.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, he just
keeps
LA Knight's head off.
Laid out LA Knight. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was honestly, for him coming back and basically going after the U.S. title with Survivor Series coming up, I think it was a good angle.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see. We had a backstage segment with Sami Zayn and the Usos telling Roman that they haven't been able to find a fifth member. Before Solo's Timu Bloodline made their way to the ring. The OG Bloodline came out right afterwards, and they all just got in a giant brawl. Reigns saved Sammy from a Samoan spike before he and Jacob Fatu had a standoff that was interrupted by Bronson Reed, of all people, coming out of nowhere to ambush him. I was not ready for that.
Dude,
so I believe that means that Solo found his fifth guy with Bronson.
Jesus Christ, did he ever?
All right. Jesus, I have to see it. This
is how stoked I was.
This is gonna be a crazy War Games match. We had the Street Profits picking up a DQ win over Motor City Machine Guns thanks to interference by Tommaso Ciampa.
Carmelo Hayes is a sore loser. No, not Carmelo Hayes. Oh crap! What's his name?
Angelo Dawkins.
Angelo Dawkins.
Angelo Dawkins. I'm sorry. Angelo Dawkins is a sore loser. Look, granted, of course, I understand he's pissed about what happened. Seriously, it wasn't their fault. It's not like they called for.
We had like two aggressive turns all at once with Ciampa and
the Street Profits.
Yeah,
for real, dude. Maybe this is how they split up those two teams.
All right, are we gonna get the Blackheart again, Cruz?
Oh my god!
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be so weird. And then to cap off tonight, gentlemen, the news, the storyline that we've been wanting to talk about as we Bloodline Saga. So after the big brawl, I believe you can hear. I think it's Jimmy that tells Roman, call him. Like he just says call him.
Jay.
Was it Jay? Yeah, he said call him. And so before the show ends, we see Roman in his locker room. He's got his phone on him, and he says, "Call Paul Heyman."
He said, "Call."
Technically, he said, "Call the wise man."
Call the wise man. Yeah, call the wise man, which is Paul Heyman. And the number could not be reached.
It was disconnected. It said
it was disconnected because, and someone pointed this out, and I totally forgot this. Solo was the one that broke Paul Heyman's phone.
That's right. I remember that.
Like a while back. So I love that little thing in the storyline.
The details.
Yeah, I love that. But gentlemen, does this mean we're potentially getting Paul Heyman at some point, possibly coming back?
I hope so. And what gets me is
it's a crazy.
Yeah, Jimbo. Jimbo said he has a theory.
Nonetheless,
an Austin theory.
All right, so let's get serious for a moment.
Oh boy,
that's a face. Now that's a face right there. That's nightmare fuel.
That's a face.
Now, hear me out here. Now, this is just the theory, and it's probably going to be a really, really wild theory, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get a hold of the wise man, okay? Mm-hmm. We've got no fifth man, and now they've brought in a monster, a living kaiju, as Michael Cole kept calling him, in Bronson Reed. Okay? They're trying to get a hold of the wise man, and they have no backup whatsoever. How do you counteract a kaiju like Bronson Reed?
Oh god.
My theory is Chris knows.
I know where
I have
you're
a
going.
couple of ideas, but
Now I know this sounds crazy, but there's been a lot of talks about it, okay?
oh, this would be a crazy one. I think I know what you're about to talk about.
The only way to counteract a kaiju like Bronson Reed is to call up the wise man to summon a beast.
Oh,
boy.
my god. That would be crazy. That would actually be crazy.
Okay, now look, I know it's a long shot.
Jeez.
There's been a lot of talk about Brock Lesnar's return to the ring.
Yeah.
Okay? And now they've introduced a giant monster to the Timu bloodline. You gotta have something just as powerful to counteract it. Now, I can only think of one of two ways to do that. Okay? But I don't think it's gonna be the one I thought of initially.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you're bringing in the wise man.
Yeah.
What does the wise man always had, even since before he was the wise man? He had the beast incarnate. What if in a couple? Now, I know that Survivor Series and War Games, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what if over the next few weeks we finally hear from the wise man, and then the week before, the beast shows up?
God, dude.
Boy.
Brock Lesnar showing up. That would be insane.
How crazy would that be?
Oh, that'd be...
You know, I've actually seen multiple theories, and I've thought multiple theories, and what if nothing happens until during the War Games match?
Oh, like with Randy Orton last year?
I said like with Randy Orton.
Yeah. So, kind of.
Interesting.
But with that being said, because of the rivalry that Seth has right now with Bronson Reed, I could see that maybe Seth does take their side, but that's not the finisher here. So during the match, you have the new bloodline members for the new bloodline that were just recently signed, like Lance Anuai or Hikuleo. They happen to show up.
Oh, good.
And then, wait, I'm just hoping here. And then they're outnumbered. They got 2 extra people. So then you got the wise man shows up with his 2 OGs and Brock Lesnar and CM Punk.
Oh my god, dude. That'd be the most Avengers thing I've ever seen outside of what happened at WrestleMania 40. Oh my god.
I thought about the Seth Rollins thing for a minute, but then that was brought to my mind to that him and Bronson Reed have a match next week.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that Seth Rollins is going to be eliminated from the equation next week. I don't think it's going to end with Bronson Reed. I have a bad feeling that they're going to have this match, and the rest of the bloodline are going to show up, and they're just going to pick Seth Rollins apart. And
I was literally thinking about that right
from
now.
the equation, so that he can't be a 5th member.
Nah,
I'm going to trust the beast. I want to see this.
Nah, bro, it's gonna be Paul Heyman himself. He's gonna be the 5th member because he wants revenge for them putting him through a table. A while back. Nah, it's like, that'd be crazy. That would be a long shot.
What if it's not them 2 that show up? What if The Rock shows up? Because we know obviously he's throwing himself in there at some point because of the whole gesture he had back at Bad Blood.
Oh yeah.
So what if he does show up, but then Paul Heyman does show up with Lesnar and he goes after The Rock? That would be kind of cool.
Oh god.
Would be interesting.
It'd be interesting. There's a lot of
Just
pieces.
so many things going through my head on this whole thing. Like,
there's a lot of theories.
No.
There's a lot of
You got we're all wrong, okay? Paul Heyman's gonna show up with the GOAT himself. The Shabbos.
Oh God.
if I hear, I'm telling you right now, when I hear John Cena's music play, I'm nutting. That's all there is to it.
Jesus.
Straight nut.
Nah, bro. It's not gonna be any of that. It's gonna be a person we would never expect to come back. It's gonna be Matt Cardona. Bro, he's gonna come back to WWE. He's gonna be the fifth guy. No, that would be the long shot of long. But no, yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see as we get closer and closer to the Survivor Series, which I believe is.
I thought about Braun. I thought about Braun Strowman as well.
I was thinking about him too. Not gonna lie.
But when they said make the call and he called the wise man, I immediately went away from that, and I was like, "There's only one person they can be tilting towards if they're calling Paul Heyman for help." And I thought, who's the one person that has always had Paul Heyman's back and has always defended Paul Heyman?
Everybody from ECW.
I was gonna say, what if it's like an old ECW star? Like,
I was gonna say Sandman's gonna show up.
Oh my God, that was crazy. Nah, man, it's gonna be the GOAT Nunzio.
Oh man, that'd be great. Well, like Chris said, I guess we'll all just have to over the next couple weeks to see what happens. It was just a vicious beatdown tonight and whatnot. Bronson Reed, the fifth member of the Timu bloodline. We'll see what happens. Jacob Fatu. Just looking at people. I love you so.
I love you, Solo.
I
think I saw him put out a tweet this morning that said, "I thank God that I woke up again today, and to give me another opportunity to love Solo. I love you, Solo." It was something like that.
It's James Ellsworth, the GOAT.
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. Bro, you got it. That's the pick right there. That's my Joe right there.
I'm just saying, if they do like a mystery thing and it comes to like their last guy entrance and I hear say his name and he appears, I'm gonna be like,
God, if it's Joe Hendry, that would be crazy. If it's anybody from TNA, that would be
wild. That would be extremely wild.
It's gonna be Moose.
Well, I think that's all we got for tonight. Anybody got anything else to add?
I wanted to mention tomorrow night we have a huge UFC event kicking off. Main event, of course, we've got John Bones Jones, one of the GOATs of MMA, taking on one of the best heavyweights of all time, Stipe Miocic.
This is a hard one for me because I like both of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go Jones on this one just because he's just shown time and time again.
Oh yeah, you can't bet against Bones.
Yeah.
But I mean, remember I've been saying it on our cast. Any given day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean.
Never know, man. Never know.
Yeah, it's hard to bet against John, and this potentially could be Stipe's final fight in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I mean,
John Jones has a record.
It should be a good one.
John Jones' record as a professional MMA fighter is 27-1. Stipe Miocic is 20-4.
Jesus.
There's been times before where they were supposed to fight and it never worked out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Stipe is a guy who's not just a former champion; he's a former two-time world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
He beat Verdum for it, and then lost to Cormier, and then beat Cormier's head in and took it back.
He did. Oh my God! He did.
I mean, it's not like we're just talking about just another former champion. We're talking about a two-time champion. So I mean, it's going to be a hot fight.
Yeah, and not only that,
I just hope it goes longer than John's fight. embarrassed. What's his name?
Yeah.
What the hell's that dude's name? Zero Gun.
Oh yeah.
I hope this fight's better than that fight. He put him in a headlock in the first round and made him tap out.
Oh my god, that was insane.
So there's actually the co-main event is very intriguing to me as well. Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler.
I think Oliveira.
Yeah. That's kind of a hard one for me too. It's honestly going to depend on whether Oliveira wants to stand up or take it to the ground, because
he can do both.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one though. It's going to be a pretty good match card, so I'm pretty excited for it.
No doubt. Well, we will actually wait and see what happens. And I had a little bit of news actually that I surfing through earlier and checking some stuff out. Former Dallas Cowboy and now former Seattle Seahawk Connor Williams, formerly of the Cowboys and of the University of Texas, announced his retirement from the NFL today.
What the hell?
Yeah, he's retiring from the NFL at the age of 27.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know what sparked it. I didn't really look too much into it. Like I said, I just know the player because he formerly of the Texas Longhorns and then with the Dallas Cowboys for a couple of years, and then he went to, I forgot who he went to before. I think it was Miami, and then it was Miami, and then he ended up in Seattle, and he announced his retirement. So Connor Williams calling it a career already. And before we go, I do have one more speak of news that I would like to get out there because it is Longhorns related.
I got one more thing after you're done.
This was yesterday. Texas Longhorns star quarterback Grayson Littleton. Littleton is the class of 2025 and recently decommitted from Clemson. So we got another 4-star quarterback coming in next year. Dude, man, I'm telling you, Sark is building a franchise team, a franchise school, a franchise team that is going to rival. If they can keep it going, that is going to rival that of the Alabama wave. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
What you got, Chris?
So I wanted to give a special shout out to a friend of ours. He hasn't been on the show yet. Hopefully one day we get him on the show. So for all you wrestling, we actually have a friend in the business, Mr. Steven Stellar. You can check him out on YouTube and everything. So he's a part of a promotion here in Texas called Texas All-Star Wrestling. I've actually been to one of the shows. It's actually very entertaining. Hopefully we can all go at some point. So he's actually been and I'm not making this up. Actually, so he's been in the storyline for a little while now. So he's predominantly an announcer there, but he's been involved in the storyline with one of the wrestlers there. Let me look it up real quick.
I was gonna pull it up on here. Let's see.
Yeah.
His latest promo.
So they've been going back and forth for the past couple months. The other wrestler, I think his name is Max Heights or something like that. I forgot what his name was.
Mad Max.
Mad Max, yeah, there you go. Thank you. So he's been attacking our boy Steven. They recently had an event in San Antonio at Traders Village out there. He got jumped from behind. So I guess it'd be tonight? Yeah, tonight. Yeah. In Humble, Texas, our friend Steven is gonna make his wrestling debut, taking on Mad Max in a no disqualification match.
Let's go!
So shout out
his
to our
first
boy
match
Steven.
is a no DQ. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, apparently they signed it. Yeah, it's a no DQ. So congratulations to our boy Steven, making his in-ring debut. But here's a little bit of what's been going on between these two guys.
Max, show after show, you have done nothing but cheap shot me from behind. That's the only reason why you keep picking up victories in Texas All-Star Wrestling. But that ends right now. Because you see, Max, you just crossed the line when you decided to hit me with a steel chair in San Antonio at Trader's Village. But your time, Max, your time is coming. Because this Saturday in Humble, November 16th, you have nowhere to run. You have nowhere to hide. It's Mad Max versus Steven Stellar. And I'm gonna make sure that you pack your bags seeing stars. Because I'm gonna kick your ass, Max. I'm gonna
Let's
kick
go.
your ass.
Let him know.
Hey,
Let's go.
okay.
Let him know. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Our boy Steven Stellar making his in-ring debut tonight in Humble.
Oh,
So congratulations to him. Unfortunately, I will not be able to go. I want, but I have to work.
it would be great, but we will be cheering you on.
Yeah, but we'll be cheering you on from here, Steven, if you're watching this or if you ever see this, we'll be cheering you on, man. And hopefully this isn't a one-time thing for him. Hopefully we can catch a show where he's. But yeah, congratulations. But please go check out the show if you're in the area. It's a very, very great show.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that time they came to Sealy and we went and saw.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but, yeah, best of luck to Steven. Best wishes go out to him, man. Do what you say you're gonna do, man. Kick his ass.
Oh, absolutely, man. Send me to the stars, Mr. Stellar.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. I think that's gonna wrap up today's show. Unless got anything else they want to get out.
Nope, that'll do it.
No, that's it, bro.
Alrighty, well, again, tomorrow at 11 a.m., Longhorns in Arkansas against the Razorbacks. Open hands. Let's get that dub and keep our push for the SEC alive. Dallas and the Texans on Monday. Until next time, you guys, I am the big man Jimbo and one half of the Twin Magic, Mr. Ray. And of course, I always undocumented man crews.
Jerry Jones, if you need some curtains, let us know. We'll send you some.
We got you, man.
We got you. We'll hook you up.
Unhinged and Undocumented. Y'all be blessed, and we'll see y'all next time.